Well, this is the knob that tightens one of the movements on a saw bench, and you just twist it on the thread and it clamps, just presses two pieces of metal together to clamp, and it splits. It's got quite old, so the plastic has probably fatigued a little bit, and I think you can see three cracks there, so it split open like a jaws of a chuck, and one of these three segments was more or less broken completely out. I can't see which one it was now, I'm not going to look. So the first thing I've done is put some super glue into those cracks and held it together with a bit of tape until that's roughly held in place. Now, I'm not going to rely on the super glue to keep things held together. And so what I've been doing, and at risk of messing up the tip on this soldering iron, it's 15-watt iron, I'm melting this stainless 0.5mm diameter stainless steel wire into the plastic and binding that around in an effort to provide something which reinforces the plastic at this end. The problem is that it's tapered, and the type of plastic it is, I think they put lubricants into plastic. This isn't, it feels almost as if it had been 3D printed, but I think you can see texturing on there, but I doubt it has, because the object was quite old in terms of period, before people were doing 3D printing. And so this will have been molded, I'm guessing. It's thermoplastic, i.e. it's melting. I've already melted it in a couple of places. And so I'm trying to sink the wire into the plastic with a bit of melt. Otherwise it would just slide off the tapered part. You see that tapered part would just slide to the narrow end, just slide that way. I drilled a small 0.6mm hole with one of my micro drills to lock the end into there, and it's difficult for me single-handedly to keep that and use a soldering iron to heat the wire and sink it in and put it under tension and hold it tight. So I'm not going to be able to show you with me actually doing it, but I'll give a little picture or video of the finished article. And unfortunately I didn't take a picture or video of it in its completely broken state. But I think you can see from the three cracks in the end there that it had, you can see the crack in the side there, that it had pretty well split apart. So there I've bound some stainless steel wire around it. Don't know if that's going to be enough to hold under the stresses and strains of this being screwed onto the thread. And all that remains, I've another hole, so it's fixed here. The focus is right. It should focus if I move it around a bit. There we go. And I've just melted it into that hole, and then it's fixed into another hole through there. And so all I've got to do now is trim it off inside. Bit of tape on there. I don't know how close this will get to trimming it off. There's still a bit sticking up. We'll have to see how that thread, will that lie down in the thread? Will it provide a bit of friction? I can see the end, I can see both ends. We'll just have to see. It is a metal thread that it will be winding onto. Just remains to be seen how well it grips that thread, how much thread is left. That's it then. Not the neatest of bindings, but if I hold it slowly enough, so it will, you can see that it has been melted in places. Just hold the wire, and hopefully the meltings there are enough. We will see, time will tell.